default cube into something more interesting. Today we're going to turn this cube into a plank of wood. So first thing we want to do is we want to select our cube and we want to go into edit mode, or you can just hit tab. Once we are in edit mode, we want to just scale this down a little bit. So if you hit S and then you hit Z, let's just move this down a little bit. Alright, and now we want to extend it a little bit further out this way. So we're going to hit S and then X. Just make it a little bit wider. Perfect. Now we want to select, we want to hit Control R, and then we're going to get our loop cut. And then if we move the scroll wheel, we should get 2 of them. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Now we have 2 loop cuts around it. It's looking good. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to just add some rough edges to it. So if we go to edge select, where we're already in right now, we select one of these edges and we're going to hit Command Shift B for bevel, and we're just going to bevel this out a little bit. What's going on here? Command Shift B, there we go. Or you can also go here to the bevel tool, to access that. And then we want to do this to the other side as well. So let's rotate our screen a little bit. Command Shift B. Let's give it a little bit of a bevel. Perfect. And now what we can do is we can also select this vertice, hit G to grab. We're going to move it a little bit up. But see how it's kind of just moving all over the place? What we can do instead is hit G again, and it's going to move it along this edge. See how it moves it nicely along the line? So we're going to move it just around right there. And already we can see we're getting some nice little edges to our plank. Also notice it's kind of big, so let's just go ahead and select this again, hit tab. We're gonna select our object and then just scale, and then we want to hit Z and just shift it down a little bit more. I think that should be good. Alright, perfect. So now let's go back to edit mode. So hit tab. We're up here again. We want to go to edge select, hit this edge, and then we're gonna bevel that. So if we hit Command Shift B again, or actually this time I'll just, let's cancel out of that. I'll go over here so you can see it. I'm gonna bevel it a little bit. That's looking good. Sometimes you'll have issues with this where it won't look like this. And I'll show you, for example, if I didn't do this, Control Z. If I edge select again and I hit Command Shift B and I bevel it, it's not wanting to do it right now. Let's go to select again. Alright, try this again. Select the edge, hit Command Shift B, and when we move it, see how it's doing that funky thing where it's only beveling the ends, the vertices? That's because of the setting. If you look at the bottom, it says vertex only on. So if we hit V, it'll change it so it also includes the edge instead of just the vertices at the end. So that's how you fix that issue if you run into that. So we have this little bevel that's looking good. So let's just confirm that by hitting enter. Now we want to go back to our vertice select, grab these ends over here, the ends of the triangles, and we're going to hit G again to move it over, and hit G like we did previously to just keep it along that edge nicely. And we're just going to move it there. Same with the other side. GG, and over there. As you can see, we're already getting this kind of rough looking plank. It's looking pretty good, I think. Let's do it over here too. We'll select this edge, hit G, G, move it up a little bit. Great, it's looking good. Now what we want to do is we want to add kind of a little cut at the top. And this is from a tutorial I learned how to do this technique from Polygon Runway. It's a great channel, check it out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to top view, which is, I always forget the shortcuts, 7, there we go. Press 7 on your keyboard, it should be in the top view, or you could just hit the top view up here, top icon. And we wanna grab our knife tool. So it's, where is it? Somewhere along here, I forget where it is, but you could just press K, and we're gonna click a point over here and then click on the other side to form a line across it. But what we'll notice is when we do this, it just does a line at the top. It doesn't cut all the way through. So let's go ahead and undo this. And let's try this again. So go back to top view, it was pressing 7. We're gonna hit K. And let's just click again. And then before we click across, we want to push Z. And you'll see it at the bottom here. It says Z, cut through. So right now it's off, but if we push it, it's on. So now when we do it, and we turn over to the side, you'll see it's cutting it all the way around the object versus just at the very top of where that face is. So this way you get a line all around the whole mesh. So now if we hit enter, we'll have this nice beautiful line. See the bottom of it. So now in our top view, we want to select this edge right here, and we're going to bevel that. And again, it's doing that weird thing. It's fine. Just hit V, it'll correct it. And we want to kind of add a tear in the middle, like a wood chip broke off. So let's just go ahead, and I think that's a good size. Oh, forgot something. Let's just go ahead and Control Z that. When we bevel this, Command Shift B again, or I believe it's Control Shift V for Windows users. Let's hit V again. We want a segment in the middle. So what we could do is scroll the middle mouse and see how it gives you different edges. We just want one down the middle, so something like that. And you'll see why in a second. So let's go ahead, that looks good. Click it there. Now we want to extend these vertices out, so at vertices, select that one, hit G and G again. Let's move that over and do the same for the other point. G, G. Great. Now we want to edge select the middle. So go up here, edge select, click that. Now we're going to grab that and we're going to move it down the Z axis. So hit G and then Z, and then just move it down a little bit, and you'll see kind of it creates this indentation. Nice little crack, like something chipped off of it. So that's it. You could keep going around the side, repeat the same strategy, and you'll get a nice looking plank. It's kind of a deep cut, but you get the idea.